Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a discussion of madness. I am, grim, because we're gonna be talking about things, and I am super worried that it is going to be a big problem, so it is all madness. And I cannot be held responsible for any of this, okay? Just want to really just keep hitting that over and over again. All right, let's begin.
So I heard from this guy who works at Xbox for my wife's boyfriend about this character in Genshin called... And apparently, my dude, he's gonna have all this shit that looks super fucking dope. But like I had to talk to people about it, because I don't know what the fuck is happening. Do we build defense? Is it defense? This is just some expect nothing that I say is true. Everything is false. We're insane people here, all right? This is just the atmosphere we're going for, okay? Let's say there's this big, strong Oni that attacks, maybe possibly in a 4-attack combo string, okay? And he's one of the first characters to be able to dash and maybe use his ult, whatever, and keep his combo string. Now, why does he want to keep his combo string in the first place? Well, maybe because when he lands his 4th combo hit, he gets a stack of two stacks of something that allows him to deal a lot of damage, and that something might possibly be his charge attack. Oh my god. Oh my god. Also, it might be a significant multiplier, like huge, on his last combo attack. So based on these stacks, you can expend them very, very easily in his charge attack. So you can basically keep swirling and using his charge attack and expending all 5 of these stacks. And maybe possibly, for no reason, his E could be possibly him throwing this cute little baby calf at people and then just dive bomb this calf and kill it, which is kind of messed up, but it does a lot of damage when you throw it. There's like a lot of damage, actually. Like, it scales pretty hard, honestly. It also will taunt enemies and aggro to them, maybe possibly. It's on a pretty long cooldown, it's not up for that long, so it's mostly just there to do a lot of burst damage. Anyways, but then, my dude, his ult, what could his ult be, you might be saying, Grin? Well, my dude, have I got the thing for you. His ult is a corn dog, alright? It's a geo corn dog that he summons forth and just starts fucking... a lot of this. Right on the table, baby. Bang. But here's the kicker. There is things, this character who you're thinking, oh dude, he's just clearly a DPS, he builds stacks, he expends them, he has high multipliers. What should we build him, right? Just clear a crit rate, crit damage, maybe some energy recharge, maybe some attack percent if we can't get crit damage. Right, Grin? No. He's very, maybe possibly similar to Hu Tao, in which you need to actually expend, not HP, but maybe possibly defense. So all of those shitty artifacts that are absolute trash are now directly translating into damage for this character. And similar to Hu Tao, when you perfectly build this character or get the great substats for him, he is both going to survive by himself and deliver damage by himself. And his weapon, his 5-star weapon, might also just help you do both of those things. And they might be adding a brand new artifact set that just gives you greater defense, and also the more times you hit things with Geo, you get more defense and attack, which stacks up to like 25, which for this character would end up being like a 48% damage bonus. Oh god, heartburn. Oh shit, it's so hot. Being grim is I am grim. It's just that's none of that stuff. Anyways, irrelevant, besides the point, okay? So I'm stuck on how we exactly should build him, you know? Like, should we just build him full tilt defense? I think he's very much going to be like Hu Tao, where it depends on if you have his weapon, his 5-star weapon. It depends if you have enough time to build his ideal set. I think you can get away with other sets, but I think like if you want to make him fucking up here, then yeah, I don't know if his talents scale up as well. His constellations do fucking nothing besides the last one that just fucking has him be a fucking weird DPS nonsense thing. But yeah, man, super interesting. The idea that like his basic attack and his charging mechanics are going to intrinsically feed into itself, and then if you just want to do even more damage, you just pop out your corn dog and start laying down things really hard. But he is like a DPS. Like, he does nothing else besides his E is kind of a taunt, but it's out for such a small amount of time that it's not really a taunt. But yeah, just the way you build him seems like he's a very interesting kind of DPS that is constantly going to be just like a DPS that we haven't seen before. You know what I mean? Which is just the way that his charge attack works. I just don't know if his charge attack is going to feel like shit to play, you know? Because if that doesn't really feel good to like do the hold button press, the tap button press. Also, I don't know, is it better to try to gain multiple stacks and then gain attack speed? Or, because you're expending them, because that's another thing. Or, is it better just to basically get one stack and then attack twice so you can get that big multiplier and then rinse and repeat, you know? Interesting. I just don't know what it could be. And as of Gorou is interesting, but I feel like he'll just fucking age like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I feel like he'll age out of the meta like wild. He's only really there to support a very specific kind of people. I feel like they need to give him something like different. Although, I guess it's like I'm thinking too much about his E, which may be possibly him planting a flag. And then his ult is kind of a similar thing, except he kind of just rallies his allies, but he majorly buffs defense and majorly gives interruption resistance and majorly buffs supportive capability within a zone or a domain. A lot of characters really reminiscing from the domain expansion meme from Jujutsu Kaisen. Anyways, but I don't know, man. Like, I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys think that like it's better, like just looking at his kit? Do you guys think it's better to build him for like just like attacking? Like in a quick 4-string or a quick 4-string connect and then bang out getting that high damage thing? Or do you think it's going to be better to basically just play him as a berserker, to like gain as much stacks as you can and then just to unleash all of them in a turret? I think honestly the thing is I think he attacks way faster than you'd think. So I think it's like you might think, oh, you know, you just want to use that high multiplier as much as you can with this last hit. But I feel like you'll be able to gain enough stacks so fast that it'll just be like boom, 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 and then unravel. You know what I mean? Also, a little birdie told me. Oh, also, this is something. It's absolutely Albedo. There's a weapon that is out that is ideal for Albedo, so it's going to be Albedo and the other people. Also, there's an artifact set that's perfect for Albedo and Gorou and Itto. Anyway, maybe possibly, who knows? We're all talking nonsense. Oh, it's hot. It's so fucking hot. Fucking shit. But it's curious, man, because like as much as I am excited for him, I think he's going to be like a character that you wish on in this specific like finite area, and then you might be able to see him progress after, you know? But I think like, I don't know if he has too much built-in sustain, and also I don't know if like, because he's most likely going to be on Itto's and Gorou's banner, they're going to be on the same banner, are they going to be like nerfed together? Like, are you going to need a silly amount of defense facilitated by Gorou in order to make him pop off? Or does Gorou just take him to like a fucking Ganyu level of execution everything kind of thing? I don't know. But Gorou also doesn't make the most sense, because Gorou asks you to have three people on the field that are geo-based. That's too much. 2 would make sense. 2 is resonance, baby. That makes sense. But 3, you're trading off 1 bonus, which is an okay bonus, but the only bonus that is good is the 3rd bonus. And even then, it's not as much scaling as double other resonance. So if you were to go double geo and double fire, that'd be much better than Gorou. So I don't know how that scaling makes sense or makes that desirable, you know? So yeah, unless you just have a geo team and that's the only team you have fully sent. But yeah, it's much better to get 2 and 2 elemental resonance than just to get the 4 or the 3 resonance that Gorou would give you for the seemingly like 30 or 15. I think it's 15 geo bonus. Like, what? And then it's like interruption resistance and shit. I don't know. That just seems kind of fucking scuffed. Anyways, Gorou to me definitely feels like we'll see, but I think he's such a niche facilitator of geo that is a little unfortunate. Like, you'd like him to be plugged into other units, but he's like the geo commander. But like, why not just make him a commander? You know? Oh, also, what do you call it? The Itto might possibly have an attack speed scaling thing. which is sick, which should make him, honestly, if you play him correctly, just like surpass to some fucked up extent Razor, which I guess makes sense, but Jesus, man. Also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, here, if you appreciate the effort and the suffering of being in a hot coat and mask, I would very much appreciate any support and all support on the video. Also, again, I really wanted to make this video because I just wanted to, when I seen the stuff, the goods, I was like, oh, and I wanted to talk to you guys on stream about it, which we will, but also I wanted a place for it to kind of make sense of why I'm excited for Itto, in the sense that, honestly, he seems like a mixture of Razor, Noel, but mainly, honestly, I think it's Hu Tao. I think he's Razor and Hu Tao. Noel kind of, but Hu Tao to me it makes more sense because he has like a stance or a burst of using a different element or a different better thing, a better weapon. So to me, I don't know, man. I just think that's the play. I think, like, to me, he's a mixture of Razor and fucking Hu Tao, because he has two valuable stats, and if you invest in those stats, they are going to directly keep you alive and give you more damage, which is what makes Hu Tao kind of a nuts unit in general. Is that not when you build for one thing, you're also building for the other. But what scares me is there's no intrinsic negative. Whereas Hu Tao, she like cannibalizes herself to gain power. He doesn't have that, so I wonder if it's going to be scaled down or what. But I also think Mahoyo might be trying to scale people up higher because of how shitty the previous units have been in terms of damage. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just a guy who has the info of a goldfish. Yes, that. all that weirdly makes sense. It's not as nuanced, or as interesting, or as like... But you get the point. This should not be taken seriously. Everything is subject to change. I know nothing. If you, this is all speculation. Nothing is real. This world is a simulation. All that. Gray's a real creep. Okay, a real weirdo. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, if you appreciated all this effort and my ramblings of nothingness and just nothing, then really want to know what you think about this. I want to know what you think. Again, all speculative. This should be taken with the same information clarity as a gorilla, which is to say nothing. I love you so much. I hope you, I wish you the best, and I really want to know what you think about it. Love you, and bye. Bye. Yeah.